Hello everybody, it's Sunday night. I'm mask ready with my headband on. Got plenty of them at the moment to get through. When you're at 50, I have a new box. I know you all like relaxing on a Sunday evening, so you know, in true Mel style, Sunday evening is pyjamas night. In fact, I don't think I've ever done live bingo. I've not been in my pyjamas on a Sunday. Who have we got? I'll just wait for a few of you to join. I think Gemma is going to go live with CC Beauty a little bit later as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I will also draw the competition after this. I'll end the video and then I'll do the competition draw. Oh, I can't see who I've got live. I can see at the top as people joined, but I don't know who it is. So this one, ladies, is Blue Coffee Box. Now, as most of you know, I am a huge coffee lover. I know the admin ladies do know this, which is why I've taken this one. Years ago, I'm trying to think when it was, 2009, 2010, I managed for Costa Coffee in Bowness on Windermere, and that's where my love of coffee began. Before that, I had never actually drank a coffee in my life, so I would have been, what, 24, 25 at the time? Yep, I'd never touched coffee, so it was the first time, and then I was hooked from that point. And now my favourite is flat white, which I can make myself. I do have an espresso machine. My biggest pet hate is when people say espresso. My mum does it. I correct her all the time. Espresso, it is espresso, ladies. But I also do have lots of different little gadgets that I use to make my coffee with. I've got a Bailetti, which is a stove top. I've got a double-walled press. So this, on this occasion, I'll show you when I open it, but it lets you choose what kind of items you use. You could have a percolator, that kind of thing. It lets you choose what you've got, so what to make your coffee in. So it's quite a biggish box, like lengthways. Widthways not too big. Can you see? I won't turn it over. It's got my address on the back. It's got Blue Coffee Box on there and a little sticker as well. I have picked it so that I can open it easy. So let's have a look. Can you see inside? I quite like the colouring of it. I must admit, I do. It's like a teal, green, blue. I quite like that colour. It says, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to try our Blue Coffee Box. Our hope is that it adds a smile to your day. If you love it as much as our customers and want to partner with our popular product, we'd love to offer your followers a discount and pay you a referral fee for every new customer. Well, we're not going to do that, but we are going to be getting a 50% off code. I must admit, you know, people have commented before and said about us getting like paid for things and things like that. It's not in my immediate mindset, if that makes sense. I don't want to. I'd rather pass the discount on to you. So he has said, John, who I was talking to the other day, on email, has said that we can have 50%. So I will start that out tomorrow once I've uploaded the video and sent it to him. Quite like that little card. I love really nice paper. So I'm going to try and pick this. It's got a little sticker on saying always fresh. Oh, I've managed it. I've picked it without having to... I do. I'm a massive coffee lover. I must admit. My partner, Rob, does make me a coffee when he's off work, obviously. When he's at work, it's different. But he makes me a coffee every day and brings it up to me. Because he says that if I don't have my coffee, I am like a 2-year-old without my blanket. True story. I have to agree with him. I can't argue because I really, I'm terrible, moody. So I've opened the box. I don't know if you can see. It's quite big. I've just dropped one of the cards. Just hold on a sec. Got it. It was on the top, slid out. Right. So you can choose what roast you want. You can choose like a light roast, medium, or a dark roast. I prefer medium roast. Light's not strong enough for me. Dark's too strong. It's simply that. I've tried loads and loads of coffees. I've tried the famous cat poo coffee. Look it up, ladies. I've tried the bat fruit coffee, which is where the bats pick pick the fruit off the coffee beans and then left to dry out. It's quite expensive. It's about £50. I like to try different things because, you know, everybody, if you love something, you just want to get out there and just try stuff, try what's new, try what's different. You know, you've only got one life, as I say. Try all you can while you can. So we've got 3 big bags actually. Let's have a look. It actually says when it was roasted as well on the bag. So the first one is, I'm going to say this wrong because this is Mexican and this is going to be impossible for me to pronounce. Finca Muxbal, Calltown Coffee Roasters. It tells you where it's come from. I'm not going to say too much detail, but it says it's papaya and buttery caramel notes. Oh, I like that. I like anything with caramel in it. I have the proper syrups as well, so I do put caramel in my coffee. Bet you can smell it through the bag. Can I open it without having to? Oh yeah, I think I can. It's just I've got to take pictures. No, I can't. It's toughly sealed. Look at that. Mean. I want to smell it. So that is, I'm just trying to find the size of it. It tells you the process, the variety, everything on it. It's really quite detailed what they've put on there. I like these. I really, really do. I like that it's a resealable bag as well. Because when I'm using them, I tend to have them ones that you just fold over like that on the top. And what you can find is if they're like that, it really dries up. If you don't use it too quickly, you have to put it in a tin. And even then, a tin's lifespan is not so long. So these are better, the Sealy bags. Right. I'm rambling again, Anna. The next one is Guatemala La Bolsa, the blending room. This is so exciting that there's lots of different flavours. I've not tried this one, but it is notes of black cherry, plum and milk chocolate. Oh, yes, please. And obviously it's got on there, can you see? Because I've chose to have the cafetiere one, just because my double wall cafetiere is quite an expensive one. So it's the one I tend to go for if I'm going to use coffee that's pre-blended rather than beans. I have got a blender, you know, blender's not the right word, is it? I know exactly what it's called as well. I've got one where you press it down and it obviously like mixes the beans. I can't think. I'm having one of those moments. It's Sunday and I've got 2 children. But I've got one of those so I can actually use full beans, but I wanted for them to do it because I want to see how it comes and what the grind's like on it. A grinder, that's what I meant. I knew I was getting there somewhere. So that's the second one, and that's 135 grams, same as the both 135. And then there's a third one. Oh, I've tried Brazilian coffee before. No, grinder. Amy got it. She knew exactly what was on it. I've got a proper grinder and you basically put the beans in the top and I can grind them all myself. But I just wanted to know, because I know this is a little bit cheeky, but because I've worked at Costa, I know what a grind should look like. And so that's why I went with the pre-grinded, so that I can comment when I'm doing my review on what the grind quality is like. Because anybody can buy beans. You can go in the shop and you can buy beans. But if they're not grinded properly, it's not going to work. The consistency, the texture, the flavour, everything is going to be completely different. And I am a little bit of a coffee snob. So I thought if I get it, I'll be able to even look at the grind and see what the you know, what the grind's like in my hands. So this one is Brazil Jaguara Natural Crank House Coffee, and this is notes of grape, milk chocolate and apple. Oh wow. And again it tells me when it's been blended, when it's been grinded, sorry. Blended, I suppose you could use that word as well. It is a blend, isn't it? And that's the little card that comes with it. So I've got 3 big bags, all resealable. That, you know, that's going to last you a while. I drink a couple a day, but that's still going to last you a long time, even at a couple a day, because you can see the size of the pouches are not small at all. So the cost of it is $17.99 per month. Now, obviously, that's including postage. We're going to get the 50% discount code, so just bear with me on it, ladies, because I will contact John tonight once I've sent him the unboxing video over, and I'll pop the code in with the unboxing video on YouTube and when I post it on the group, because obviously this is live now, but I download them and save them. So with 50%, it's going to be, my maths, it's £9. So £9 for 3 of those. That's £3 a bag. They're huge. you really can't argue with trying that for £9. That's a lot of coffee, and as I say, I do know my coffee, so that's a decent size, but you're getting 3 of those. So you couldn't buy it in the shops for that anyway. You could, but you'd end up with cheap stuff. And that to me doesn't look cheap. I'm obviously going to test it. I'll test all 3 so I can give you. That would never last you a month, really. Wow, you must like, oh, coffee, that's not going to last you a month. I reckon I could get 3. If you were 3 or 4 a day, that'd be a month's worth. I do 2 a day. I tried to limit. I used to have a lot more caffeine intake, and I found that I was up till silly o'clock in the morning. So anyway, thank you all for watching the unboxing. You can't get cheap stuff at that price. No, okay, so you're right. The cheapest sort of stuff you can get is in fact, it's not too bad as an instant. If you go in Asda, they've got like Nescafe Azera and things like that. Even they're like £4 or £5 a tub. So you're not going to be able to get it at that price, not for 3 bags like that size. So I will get the code for you. But so far, I'm impressed by the fact that all of the blends are all from different places. And from what I can see, it's definitely the kind of stuff that I drink. Anything chocolatey tasting, anything caramelly, I really like. So, 2 bags a week. Blooming heck, Carly, that's a lot. What size? That's a lot of coffee. You're not awake 24/7. Bless you. Yeah, I do as well, Jace. I get Rob to make them all the time. I've even taught him how to do it, even when I had a proper Nespresso. I've got an espresso at the moment, but when I had a proper espresso machine where you actually you can pour the coffee yourself and heat the milk and everything, I taught him how to make latte, taught him how to make cappuccino. He tried flat white. It is a lot harder, but obviously I wanted someone to be able to make me nice coffee, so I taught him how to do it. 227. Oof. So that's nearly they're 135. So 2 of those would be 270. So yeah, you are drinking a lot of coffee a week. You should try that then, Holly. See if it works out for you, because probably might work out a little bit cheaper. You never know. But as I say, £17.99, so half price, it's going to be £9. So I'll get onto that code now, and I'll see if I can get it for you guys tomorrow. It might be tonight, depends whether he replies, but I do remember in the email he said that he was going to give us it. So the website's really smart as well. If you want to have a look, I've got my MacBook out. Oh, nearly threw it on the floor. That's my life in a that's my life in a square, basically. I don't want to chuck that on the floor. There we go. Slippy nails. It's a really fantastic looking website though. It tells you lots of details, how to subscribe, how it works. I really like the little hexagons as well. Quite a cute little idea. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I'm going to come back on live in a minute once I've closed the competition, and I will draw for that. Okay, ladies, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.